In the top stories, the Federation's older persons recognized on International Day of Older Persons. ICT Minister delivers SKN policy statement, and Cuban ambassador pays courtesy call on Attorney General. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Mosoka, 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 mosoka.
And one reasons to shop at Quartz. Unbeatable prices and the best value. Quality brands that you trust. At Quartz you can shop with no cash. Credit is amazing. Pay in 90 days. Quartz makes it easy. 101 reasons to shop at Quartz. We have so much in store, and online we've got 101 reasons to shop at Quartz.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I am Scottisia Hendrickson. As the Federation joins the global commemoration of International Day of Older Persons today, October 1st, Junior Minister of Social Development, Gender Affairs, Aging and Disabilities, Honorable Iselin Phillip, recognized the value and contribution of older persons in society. During a message to mark the day, she spoke of the significance of this year's theme, Resilience of Older Persons in a Changing World.
I quite like this year's theme because it encourages us to think about how resilient and adaptive we are as Kittitians and Nivisians. As we commemorate this international observance for older persons, I'd like to acknowledge and appreciate the 10 centenarians who are alive and well residing in our Federation today. Specifically, we have 6 in St. Kitts and 4 in Nevis. I think that having this number of centenarians among us is a testament to the strength and fortitude of our identity and heritage as Kittitians and Nivisians.
Minister Phillip spoke specifically of the recognition being given to older women at this time.
As an extension of this year's theme, Resilience of Older Persons in a Changing World, the contribution and resilience of older women is also being recognized, particularly since statistics indicate that the majority of persons 62 and older are female. This is evident even when it comes to our 10 local centenarians, whereby 70% of our oldest citizens are women.
Pointed out that life expectancy has increased over the last 3 decades, and the ministry is working toward improving elderly services.
As population demographics trend toward a growing older population, it is important for us to find ways to utilize generational knowledge in innovation thrusts and to uplift the quality of care and socioeconomic supports provided for older persons. This is why, under this SKNLP-led administration, the decision was made to intensify efforts to improve the delivery and scope of elderly services in order to ensure that older persons live a dignified and purpose-filled life as they age. Through the development and implementation of the ministry's Senior Enrichment Program, there is a heightened focus on 5 main pillars, namely physical well-being and healthy lifestyles, spiritual development, social and personal development, lifelong learning and skills development, and advocacy and community engagement.
Minister Phillip thanked the dedicated staff and home care officers who care for and assist older persons in their homes and communities daily. Older persons will be recognized, celebrated, and engaged throughout the month of October with several activities including video, media appreciation campaigns, food, fun games and cooking activities, and package distributions. Minister of Information, Communication and Technology, Honorable Conrad Maynard, delivered his SKN policy statement on Friday, September 30th, 2022, at the International Telecommunication Union Plenipotentiary Conference, ITU PP 22, in Bucharest, Romania. In his statement, Minister Maynard spoke of the challenges the Federation experienced during the pandemic and the results of the implementation of a whole-of-government technology strategy to address these challenges. He said, like other countries, the pandemic has highlighted the need to urgently improve and expand our ICT infrastructure and its accessibility to enable and foster universal, affordable, secure, efficient, and high-speed internet access and ICT services. He made mention of some of the achievements throughout the whole of government technology strategy, including the realization of 85% mobile and internet penetration in St. Kitts and Nevis, digital application for financial assistance during the pandemic, online vehicle registration and licensing, creating an immunization database, and an online immigration customs portal, among others. He added that the government has also embarked on laying the groundwork and physical equipment and infrastructure to create a Guan government-wide area network to facilitate seamless communication across the whole government. In his presentation, the Minister of ICT congratulated the 2 executive members who have so far been announced following the election of the senior management team, the member states of the Council, and the members of the Radio Regulation Board of the ITU. On September 30th, 2022, the ambassador of Cuba to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, His Excellency David Rivera Perez, paid a courtesy visit to Honorable Garth Wilkin, Attorney General and Minister of Justice and Legal Affairs, at his chambers. Ambassador Perez and Attorney General Wilkin discussed various matters of mutual interest to the people of the Republic of Cuba and the Federation. Some of the particular issues discussed include matters related to mutual international legal obligations and proposals to enhance the diplomatic legal framework between both nations. Attorney General Wilkins said Cuba has been one of our best friends in the diplomatic community. We are proud that the seeds of Cuba's generous commitment to educate and train our citizens have borne fruit in the first Cuban-trained Prime Minister of a Caribbean nation, our Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Terence M. Drew. He said the people of St. Kitts and Nevis are eternally grateful for Cuba's impact on our nation's development, and we look forward to enhancing that relationship for the good of the respective nations. Ambassador Perez wished the new administration the very best and expressed his willingness to work together with the Federation to continue to provide opportunities to Kittitians and Nevisians other than in health and education sectors. The Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Republic of Cuba established diplomatic relations on May 10, 1995. St. Kitts and Nevis has an embassy in Havana, with the resident ambassador of St. Kitts and Nevis to Cuba, Her Excellency Verna Mills, stationed there. St. Kitts and Nevis continues to speak up for Cuba on the world's stage against the decades-long trade embargo imposed on the Caribbean island. After the break, St. Kitts Tourism Authority returned from successful marketing mission to Canada, and ECCB and Regional Security System Asset Recovery Unit host 2023 Creative Youth Songwriting Competition. Stay with us.
You came just in time, as this is our double cashback coupon period. After you receive your purchase, you come back in the office and receive your coupon for free groceries. Nairobi, why are you picking up 2 of everything?
Look, Mommy, the lady said we could buy 2 of anything.
It's that time of the year where Hosford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store once again gives away double cash back with the chance to win free groceries for a year. Yes, you heard it right. It's a never-ending cash back where you get double cash back with the chance to win free groceries for a year.
Elevate your experience with Flow's fiber-fast internet and mobile combined. Enjoy double data and unlimited talk on 4 mobile lines. Plus up to 35 megabits per second home internet speed at the best rate, giving you the best value to stay connected. Hon, I think our Flow mobile is elevated.
You think?
An elevated experience starts with Flow at home, powering double data and unlimited talk on 4 mobile lines at the best rate. Visit a Flow store to sign up today.
Welcome back. A delegation from the St. Kitts Tourism Authority led by CEO Ellison Thompson and Deputy CEO Melanesia Marshall recently returned from a successful marketing mission to Canada as part of the destination's tourism rebound strategy. The purpose of the mission was to unveil the destination's new brand campaign, Venture Deeper, engage with the Canadian diaspora, host the travel trade, media and industry partners, and participate in an integrated consumer event activation in collaboration with the St. Kitts Tourism Authority Canada-based team. The multi-day visit incorporated 3 events, strategy meetings, multiple media interviews, and in-person meetings with key business partners. Mr. Thompson said the Canadian marketing mission was a long-awaited opportunity for us to reconnect with the travel industry at large and excite the market on the destination's immersive attractions, distinctive cultural offerings, and authentic Caribbean travel experiences. The Tourism Authority also unveiled a new 28-page print and digital Savor St. Kitts culinary guide, an inspirational Kittitian cocktail book featuring local rums and crafted cocktails, and a pocket-sized restaurant guide, tools that can be utilized by Canadian travel agents and consumers to learn more about the culinary scene and destination. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, ECCB, and the Regional Security System Asset Recovery Unit, RSSARU, is inviting young persons across the ECCU to participate in the 2023 hosting of the Creative Youth Competition, which focuses on songwriting. The ECCB RSSARU Creative Youth Competition is designed to allow students aged 13 to 19 in the 8 ECCB member countries to demonstrate their creativity, critical thinking skills, and talents through various genres, including essay writing, poetry, songwriting, and art. Students who wish to participate in the songwriting competition or contest will be required to write their piece on one of the 3 topics: social media influencing our behavior, rearrange to address climate change, and make food security our priority. The entries will be judged in 2 categories, ages 13 to 16 and 17 to 19, and will be assessed for creativity and originality, quality and execution, adherence to the selected topic, clarity, and overall effect. Cash prizes, tokens, and trophies amounting to $26,000 will be awarded to the top 3 winners, their respective schools, and teachers who mentor the students in their creation of the pieces. The entries for the 2023 ECCB Creative Youth Competition must be submitted via the online portal on the ECCB website at eccb-centralbank.org/Creative Youth Competition, no later than January 31st, 2023. Coming up in regional news, Brazil's heated presidential election divides the nation. The details when we come back.
What's your reason?
Well, certain things I prefer to come here for, the IGA items, they're a little more cheaper here.
What's your reason?
Well, they have fresh fruits and, fresh vegetables,
There's always a great reason to shop at Hortsport's Value Mart IGA.
Accessibility.
Hortsport's Value Mart IGA.
Shop smart, shop Value Mart.
Shop smart, shop Value Mart.
There is no better time to discover what your National Bank Visa debit or Black Cards can do.
Mimi, what's that song?
It can get you out of a pickle. Using my National Bank Visa card is fast, secure, and convenient.
Cashless SKN is our new lifestyle choice. National Bank, always here.
Brazil's heated presidential election scheduled for October 2nd is dividing the nation. ABS's Maggie Rulli reports on the divisive presidential election as voters in Latin America's largest democracy head to the polls this weekend.
Brazil, a nation on edge tonight. The run-up to the presidential elections marred by violence and concerns that if far-right-leaning President Jair Bolsonaro loses his bid for re-election, he may not accept the result. His opponent, former President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, once considered the most popular president in the history of modern Brazil, is now leading in the polls. Despite being convicted of corruption and money laundering in a scandal involving a state-owned oil company in 2014 that left him disgraced, jailed, and barred from participating in the next election. But the Brazilian Supreme Court overturned the decision after accusations the judge and prosecutors involved manipulated the case against him. This cleared the way for his campaign to try to take the presidency from Bolsonaro. Brazil's controversial president, a close ally of former President Trump. He was a vocal critic of COVID restrictions during the height of the pandemic and a climate change skeptic who was once stabbed during a political event. According to some political analysts, he has been fanning the flames throughout this election cycle and politically dividing the largest Latin American democracy to unprecedented levels. Lula, a 76-year-old former metal worker who once rose from poverty to the presidency, is now looking to his supporters to do it again. According to the most recent polls, Lula could potentially win in the election's first round and avoid a runoff.
The supporters are from very different origins and political spectrum. Bolsonaro supporters are mainly conservative and wealthier. Lula supporters are mainly women, poorest, and also left-wing. We can mark a big difference between men and women.
The stakes for the planet are high. Brazil is home to the lungs of the world, the Amazon, and large swaths of it have been under increased threat during the Bolsonaro regime due to his support of the logging industry and ranchers who want to clear more of it. The election has gained the attention of global superstars like Anita, Mark Ruffalo, and Leonardo DiCaprio, who have been working to increase voter registration in the country.
We have a lot of celebrities, especially coming from the world of music and acting scenario, being very vocal, especially pro-Lula.
The impact is unclear, but millions across Latin America and the world are watching what happens next.
Coming up, Ukraine accelerates bid to join NATO after Russia's annexation. International news is next.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investment. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
In one of the regions claimed by Russia, an attack on a civilian convoy has killed at least 30 people, including children. Hours after the attack, Putin formally annexed 4 Ukrainian regions. The UN has condemned this as illegal. In response, President Zelensky announced the submission of an accelerated NATO application. Al Jazeera's Rory Challenge reports from Kyiv, Ukraine.
They'd come to help, to pick up relatives and deliver supplies to Russian-occupied areas. And this was how they died. Cut down next to their cars or in them. Blood pooling among the shattered glass.
Today at 7:10, Russian troops launched 3 missiles at the car market near the Zaporizhia-Orikhiv highway. Civilians trying to cross the checkpoint for the occupied territory were hit.
Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin.
Russia has denied responsibility and thrown the accusations back at Ukraine. Hours after the attack, Vladimir Putin formally annexed 4 Ukrainian regions. The UN has condemned this as illegal, but the Kremlin put on a patriotic party in Moscow regardless. President Zelensky has been pushed to respond. After meeting defense and security chiefs, it was his turn for a big announcement.
We are taking our decisive step by signing Ukraine's application for accelerated accession to NATO.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine has already driven Sweden and Finland into NATO's protection. Now Moscow's big nightmare, Ukraine's membership, may happen too. But all 30 NATO countries have to agree before a new member is admitted, and aspirant nations have to commit to the peaceful resolution of any territorial dispute. That's something that Ukraine is clearly unable to do, whilst it's defending itself from an invasion it sees as an existential threat. So the alliance is making no promises yet.
A decision on membership, of course, has to be taken by all 30 allies, and we take these decisions by consensus. Our focus now is on providing immediate support to Ukraine to help Ukraine defend itself against the Russian brutal invasion.
Inside NATO or out, Kyiv says it'll fight on. At Liman in northern Donetsk, Russian troops are surrounded and on the verge of a local defeat. Moscow says its new acquisitions are Russian forever. Ukraine is trying to prove otherwise. Rory Challenge, Al Jazeera, Kyiv.
Up next in sports, we have a preview of the SKNFA Super 6 and the T20 World Cup prizes announced. Stay tuned.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investment. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
First up in sports, the SKNFA Super 6 is on a break this week, but resumes next week. Here's a preview of the state of affairs of the 6 teams in the tournament so far.
The Super 6 playoffs will return to high gear on October 5th at the Warner Park Cricket Stadium, after being placed on a break this week due to the hosting of a concert at the said venue. A lot is at stake for all 6 teams in the competition. Here's a look at what each team has to do to put themselves in a position to make the finals. At the top of the table is Saul Allen Auto Supply's Connery FC, the dark horse of the tournament so far. The team entered the Super 6 in the 6th position, and despite a losing start to the playoffs, they have rebounded remarkably, winning 2 and drawing 1 of their next 3 matches. They just need a victory against Rams Village Superstars in their final match to seal their finals fate. If they do this, it certainly will be against all odds, as they were not considered favorites and would also be their first finals appearance in 3 years. Former champions Rams Village Superstars is in second place in the playoff table. They too have one match remaining. It's been a mixed bag for Village, drawing 2, losing 1, and winning 1. Not the kind of result they were hoping for. But their coach Azim Jenkins, who came in late in the regular season to see out their campaign, is confident that the heart and soul of Village is what gives them the drive to succeed. That's what he credited for their team's lone victory against St. Paul's United FC, a team they had not beaten in recent times. The Central Bastion outfit, Hobson Enterprises Garden Hotspurs, finished the season in second place and has lifted hopes among their fans that this is finally their year. A 2-0 loss to Connery FC in their last encounter was a spoke in the wheel of their momentum, but coach Austin Huggins is not worried. He is marshalling his troops for their next match. That confident approach seems to be the same approach SL Horses St. Paul's United has. After losing their second match to Village Superstars, manager of the team Darian Edmead expressed confidence they can get enough points to make the finals. St. Paul's is in 4th position. In 5th is Flo Fuji Cairn Rockets. Cairn has not been firing on all cylinders. In both their matches so far, which ended in stalemates, they had to come from behind in the match to salvage a point. After their match against Connery, where it took a stunning goal from Jan Duncan to earn their draw, coach George Yellowman Isaac conceded that his team has not been performing up to par. At the bottom of the table is St. Peter's FC. St. Peter's has not hit their top gear yet, but if they fail to get 3 points in their next match, it may just be too late. With only 2 points from 3 matches, St. Peter's have to get maximum points from their remaining matches to stand a chance to progress. The Super 6 continues on October 5th when Hobson Enterprises Garden Hotspurs will play Flo Fuji Cairn Rockets at 6 p.m. and at 8:15 p.m. SL Horses St. Paul's United versus St. Peter's. On Saturday, October 8th, Rams Village Superstars play Song Island Auto Supplies Connery at 6 p.m. and at 8:15 p.m. SL Horses St. Paul's United versus Flo Fuji Cairn Rockets. And on the 11th of October, Flo Fuji Cairn Rockets will play St. Peter's at 6 p.m. and St. Paul's United versus Garden Hotspurs at 8:15 p.m. The finals will begin on October 15th, Game 2 on October 22nd, and if necessary, Game 3 on October 29th.
The International Cricket Council has confirmed that the team crowned the champion on November 13th at the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2020 in Melbourne will take home a check for $1.6 million US. Here's the full listing of the prize pot.
A release from the ICC revealed that the total prize pot of $5.6 million US will see the runners-up assured of $800,000, and the losing semi-finalists will receive $400,000 each at the end of the 45-match tournament being played across 7 venues in Australia from October 16th. Following the same structure as the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2021, the 8 teams that exit at the Super 12 stage will receive $70,000 each, with a victory in each of the 30 games in that phase worth $40,000. Afghanistan, Australia, Bangladesh, England, India, New Zealand, Pakistan and South Africa are confirmed to start their tournament at the Super 12 stage. The same structure is in place for the first round victories, with $40,000 available to those who win each of the 12 games, amounting to $480,000. The 4 teams knocked out in the first round will get $40,000 each. The teams whose campaigns begin in the first round are Namibia, the Netherlands, Sri Lanka, the United Arab Emirates, Ireland, Scotland, Zimbabwe, and the West Indies. Wayne Cunningham, TDT Sport.
When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
Okay, class. If you follow this algebraic expression, you must get it though. What kind of unruly class this year? What is? What's going on here? Hello. Look, young lady, the choice is always yours. Okay?
Recapping the top stories, Federation's older persons recognized on International Day of Older Persons. ICT Minister delivers SKN policy statement, and Cuban ambassador pays courtesy call on Attorney General. And that's the end of the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I am Scotticia Hendrickson. Thank you so much for joining us.